Well, it's great to see the presiding officer back in the Senate. Good news for everyone when he's in the chair. Good news for him because, as Senator Coons pointed out, the rest of us have to call him Mr. President. Good news for the rest of us because he has to let everyone else talk. The amazing thing is, the man we honor today wasn't always a talker. He suffered from a debilitating stutter for most of his childhood. He was teased for it, but he was determined to overcome it. And so he did, with hard work, with determination, with the support of his family. It's classic Joe Biden. He's never stopped talking since. He cites overcoming that stutter as one of the most important lessons in his life. It led him down a path few might have foreseen: winning election to the county council, securing an improbable victory for the U.S. Senate, becoming our nation's 47th vice president. Now, the presiding officer would be the first to tell you that he's been blessed in many ways. He's also been tested, knocked down, pushed to the edge of what anyone could be expected to bear. But from the grip of unknowable despair came a new man, a better man, stronger and more compassionate, grateful for every moment, appreciative of what really matters. Here in the Senate, he heeded the advice of Mike Mansfield. Here's what Senator Mansfield had to say: "Your job here is to find the good things in your colleagues. And Joe, never attack another man's motive because you don't know his motive. Look for the good. Don't attack motives. It's the basis of a simple philosophy and a very powerful one." Vice President Biden says he views his competitors as competitors, not enemies, and he's been able to cultivate many unlikely friendships across the aisle. With Jesse Helms, with Strom Thurmond, with me. Over the years, we've worked together on issues of mutual interest, like Burma, and regarding the vote we just took a few moments ago, 21st Century Cures and the cancer moonshot. We've also negotiated in good faith when the country needed bipartisan leadership. We got results that would not have been possible without a negotiating partner like Joe Biden. Obviously, I don't always agree with him, but I do trust him implicitly. He doesn't break his word. He doesn't waste time telling me why I'm wrong. He gets down to brass tacks, and he keeps in sight the stakes. There's a reason "Get Joe on the phone" is shorthand for time to get serious in my office. The vice president is a likable guy, too. He's got a well-developed sense of humor. He doesn't take himself too seriously either. When The Onion ran a mock photo of him washing a Trans Am in the White House driveway shirtless, America embraced it, and so did he. "I think it's hilarious," he said. "But by the way, I have a Corvette, a '67 Corvette, not a Trans Am." So you see what I mean. Joe Biden may exist in the popular imagination aboard an Amtrak, but this son of a used car salesman will always be a muscle guy at heart. And what a road he has traveled, from Newcastle to the Naval Observatory, from Scranton to the Senate. His journey in this body began by the side of those who loved him. hand on the Bible, heart in a knot, swearing the same oath he now administers to others. It's a journey that ends now by the side of those who care about him still, those like his wife Jill, who understand the full life he's lived. Here's a man who's known great joy, who's been read his last rites, and who's never lost himself along the way. Champ, his father used to say, the measure of a man is not how often he is knocked down, but how quickly he gets up. That's Joe Biden right there. Unbowed, unbroken, and unable to stop talking. It's my privilege to convey the Senate's warm wishes to the Vice President on this Delaware day as the next steps of his long journey come into view. There are many here who feel this way in both parties. I'm reminded of something the presiding officer said when he addressed the University of Louisville several years ago. It was one of the McConnell Center's most popular lectures ever. And as I sat beside him, he offered his theory as to why that might be. I think you're all here today. Remember, these are young people, students. So I think you're all here today because you want to see whether or not a Republican and a Democrat really like each other. Well, he continued, flashing a smile, I'm here to tell you we do. It was true then, and it's true today. So I hope the presiding officer won't mind if I conclude with some words directed to the chair. Mr. President, you've been a real friend. You've been a trusted partner, and it's been an honor to serve with you. We're all going to miss you. Godspeed.